up, y'all? Good Monday. Good to see y'all. Listen, y'all. If y'all don't know, this is TFG Tonight, and I'm your host, Mr. Haynes. And this is the best morning show that you can watch at night. Y'all listen, that's Devin, that's Lee, and that's Kenny.
I'm trying to be nice.
Black said we got two Americans.
Let's say to my brother Black, man, I think you could be a preacher. I ain't never heard somebody that use a curse word and then read a scripture right after.
So let me state for the record, I am a misogynist. You know,
yeah.
Pull out your card, Doc. He's
and I'm a chauvinist as well. Anybody who knows me knows that.
That's right.
Now I can go back to minding my own business. Either that boy is Benjamin Button or somebody lying.
And listen, and that boy may be mentally 12, but he's 34.
You bad boy, you don't do it again.
I'll let Black articulate a little bit better than that.
Nope.
Okay.
Never mind.
It's good for the soul. It's like medicine, right?
Yeah, for real.
That's all I gotta say. I wish I had one of them applause buttons to, like that.
Good morning, y'all. Happy Monday.
And a happy Monday it is. Oh man, I'm not playing around. Listen, I'm on folks' time, gentlemen, madam. Hello.
Good Monday.
And a Monday it is, and I mean we got a lot to talk about. Hey, Miss Carl,
Miss
all the rest-
CC, what
all
up?
the rest of y'all hanging out back there. Sorry, y'all. Y'all know we pay our own bills around here. And if we got stuff to do, we don't hop on. And when we do, we'll see y'all when we see y'all. But glad that y'all can join us. Thank you so much for being here. I'm not gonna play around because listen, these folks out here cutting up, and I don't want to be playing. We got to talk. So again, quickly, if we say something that you like, always feel free. As the banner is scrolling, there's a tip you like to give. Please feel free to give that Cash App a call and send us whatever you like, by all means. But I'm not gonna play around. Anybody drinking today?
I am red wine.
Good job, sister. You got anything down there? What you got, Ken? You got your cup?
Yeah, just a little wine so I can go to sleep. Just something
Okay.
to put me to sleep.
Well, listen. On behalf of the Republican Party, I'll be having me some Arnold Palmer. Now, listen. I don't know what's wrong with this man, but I'm telling you, that man is dead. And I just want y'all to know.
Little Minute Maid Zero and some whiskey.
Is that right? What they call that? Teddy Pendergrass? What is that? What that is? I don't
That's
know.
a new one.
Yeah.
Okay, I like it. Fantastic. She'll be in and out. She's busy.
It's a delay with Lady D. So those that's watching, she hears us, but there's a delay. So we're gonna rock on. We
are. I think she's still paying their overseas bills, so that's okay, no problem. Yes. So again, ladies and gentlemen, Black, did you hear about your presidential candidate for the Republican Party?
I did hear that.
Man, listen. That man is dead, and I don't understand. Donald Trump can mess up a wet dream, and I mean to tell you that, brother. I said, come on, y'all. I just want to let you know, ladies and gentlemen. I want y'all to know something. Probably the most infamous word for 2025 will now be Arnold Palmer, because you can't order that drink no more without thinking of something else. Now it's ridiculous. I mean, what say you, Black? What kind of fool is this man?
Well, you know what? He's pulling out everything but the kitchen sink.
Yes.
As we're rounding towards
14 days.
What's going to be historic. I'm excited for a whole other reason, but we'll get to that, I'm sure. But you know what? In his feeble mind, he think in this way. I believe this. He's trying to court the male vote, and someone has erroneously told him that in many ways, I believe he thinks this appeals to black men. That this is inadvertent penis envy. That he's bringing up something like this. Arnold Palmer's daughter was disgusted by it. And it sounds, I'm looking at your face. This sounds absolutely ludicrous, but it also shows you just how out of touch he is with people, the common people, and he's willing to say and do anything in that moment if it can capture just the slimmest little people to support. Donald Trump, where I give him credit, he says whatever he needs to in that room. In one room, he'll say that comment and he'll go to the very next room and appeal to the next group.
God. On behalf of all the sisters, sister, what Arnold Palmer, really?
Y'all know Trump a weirdo. He probably don't even know what he's talking about. He just be making up stuff and folks take him so seriously.
Mm-hmm.
People believe the stuff that Trump say. A lot of us actually believe a lot of stuff Trump say. I was reading comments today as I was in other folks' business, and a lot of people go up for Trump and everything he say.
I just you can't even listen. I mean, Kenny, what's next? Shirley Temple? I don't understand. I mean, come on, man. You can't even enjoy the beverages anymore now without thinking about dumb Donald.
I mean, what again? We're sitting here talking about a man, you know, that we've heard sound on tape that he says he grabbed women by the vaginas. He said some other things that we've known he said, and so I don't know why we shocked. You know, like Brother Black said, Trump is gonna say what he wants to say, and he's gonna stand on it 10 toes down. You know, and so it is. You get what you get. Now the bigger issue, and I said this since we've been doing this show, I ain't even tripping on Trump. I'm tripping on the people that actually vote for this dude.
Yes. Well,
that's the issue. It ain't even Trump. It's the people that vote for this guy.
No, you're right. We about to talk about that, you know. And so again, I just want y'all to be careful, ladies and gentlemen, as you go into the restaurants now and order these drinks. Again, Donald it is becoming. I mean, y'all was all up in arms about Bootylicious. Now it's gonna be Arnold Palmer. I'm just telling you.
Right.
Okay, well, listen, I got a couple more things to bring up about these politics. Elon Musk, man, listen, when you want to see what's going on in the world, just watch how people behave. And this billionaire wants to give $1 million a day just so that people can register to vote. Number one, that's illegal. But number two, that's telling me that you boys are feeling some type of way. And I just don't understand why we are letting these rich people get away with things that poor people can't get away with, right? That again, y'all arrest a woman and try to throw the book at her for registering or not registering and coming up there trying to vote.
Right.
I mean, y'all want to give her life, but this man can say this on stage and nobody's even, batting an eye. I just don't understand that. I mean, again, like Carl said, this man is over here trying to work at McDonald's, which they didn't authorize that. So again, somebody's getting fired. Yeah, what you got, Black?
So you're gonna hear a common theme through my comments tonight, and my word for tonight is insidious.
Yes,
this is insidious. What's happening here, and once again, on its surface, this might seem harmless. It's far from that, folks. I want us to wake up.
Yeah, it's definitely not harmless.
African American vote, they believe is for sale. And that message, in my personal opinion, this is straight as at you brothers and me. This is for the African American male vote. What they believe is that we're motivated by crumbs that they drop. They believe that when they listen to the chatter out there on social media, that the reason why a lot of Black people are trumping for Trump is because of those stimulus checks. They're watching. And the foolish effery and foolishness that we carry out on social media is making them believe that our vote is for sale. And so it's no accident that Elon Musk brought the platform so that he can jump out there and he can say what he wants to without impunity.
On
because
Twitter.
We know they're to America's folks. This is not new. And so there is nobody here to hold him accountable. And even if it was, slap on the wrist. I didn't mean it that way.
Right.
It's kind of like being poor. Once it's out there, they believe that for African Americans, particularly men, that the idea that we would be motivated by the thought that somebody's going to give us that kind of money if we just vote. And I said to you a moment ago, this election is going to be the most eye-opening part for me to see where things fall, because I personally don't believe we elect presidents. I believe votes are just like census. It's a census of a barometer of what we believe and where the F we are. And this is going to break it down demographically to be able to show exactly what each little segment thinks. And I got some numbers for that ass at the end of this show, if you don't believe it or not. And my thing is, this is a direct affront on African Americans because they believe our vote is up for grabs and it's motivated by greed.
Yeah, Carl, I don't know if it was through Obama or not, but it definitely was through a package that was definitely before Trump. So you're right.
It was right. You're right, Carl. It was tied to a package that had already been in play during the Obama administration. But social media
would have us believe that Trump gave us that money.
Yeah, and that's because that a lot of us don't educate ourselves and don't read and don't know how really government works. So.
Yeah, Craig, it was. I'm sure it's definitely not for anybody Democratic, but he's trying to,
No, it's not for It's not for Democratic voters. It's for soliciting those to register to vote in the Republican Party. That's exactly what it's for. And he's already given it out to, I believe, 2 individuals, if I'm not mistaken. No, I know one for sure that I read about today, but I think it's 2. He's already given it out to.
I mean, just the irony and the audacity that black people died to vote, and now you offering white folks $1 million to vote. This is okay.
But let's think about it, y'all. No one knows who you truly vote for.
That's
right?
true.
So
That's true.
If he gave one of us $1 million to say that we gonna tap dance our ass in there and vote for Trump, I'm lying. And I'm a just Democrat all the way down just for the hell of it. So I don't think by him giving them $1 million, he's necessarily buying anyone's vote, because they can still go in and do whatever they like. And
that's true. That's true.
You got to
think anyone's vote at this point. I think everyone at this point knows if they even are going to vote, and if they are, who they will vote for.
But it's still publicity, right? Because ultimately it's about the innuendo or what's not being said out loud. We know who he's supporting, right? And so those type of things are what is encouraging.
And it's the fine print. It's the strategy of divide and conquer, and that even you can show the appearance that, man, people are leaning towards Trump. I've been saying this a long time. People are Autobots. There's not independent thinking. People are swayed by other people. Groupthink is a very powerful thing.
Yeah. All right, y'all. We got 14 days, and so we'll have a lot to talk about. Ma'am, good to see you, Miss Demi. Long time.
Hey, what's up, Demi J? How you doing, baby girl?
Yeah, hope you're feeling well. I'm glad to see you on with us. So it's all good. She said, rightly, there's some fine print. Everything is always.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some fine print.
We have spent a lot of time on politics, but I'm sorry we've been gone for a couple of weeks, so I just got to share these things. Now, again, we've talked about Arnold Palmer and his genitals. So again, I will not spare any less expense to talk about the pornographic film industry. They want to jump into the campaign market. Look, I knew he would find a kick out of this. Listen. There have been 17 pornographic film actors on Monday before last that announced that they have launched a $100,000 ad campaign on porn sites, warning that Project 2025, founded by the Heritage Foundation Blueprint for Republicans, this online ad will run in states in Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, Georgia. Black, so I don't know
battleground states.
Yes, sir.
Where they're going to be running. Yeah.
Yes, sir. And so the architect is for them to to inform you that they want hands off my porn campaign, and nothing if not aware of the polling. Vice President Kamala Harris is losing to former Donald Trump among men. But again, this thing is to quote that they're trying to take away your porn. So I haven't read it in Project 2025, but apparently there's something in there that I want you guys jacking on that Arnold Palmer. So I just
no. There's a petition that they're proposing that to go to porn sites now you would have to give your ID.
Yeah, I remember reading that. Yeah,
just like you have to show ID for a gun permit. They're proposing now that if you want to go to Pornhub and XTube and all the juicy sites that I F with,
getting them today, y'all. I mean, you getting them today. Every single one of them. Come on, no. And listen, this is not shameless plugs. He's just telling the truth. Come on.
Leave my damn Pornhub alone. The nasty stuff is on there, and I love it.
Sir. Yes, sir. Listen, I'll tell you one thing about this. That's a great combination, right? Drinking you some Arnold Palmer and watching some porn.
This is a test.
I'm telling you, baby, this country is going. It's bad. Friend, good to see you. Yes, thank
What's
you.
going on, Brittany? Whoever that may be. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, Brittany.
So listen, Carol, what'd you say? I thought it was just Pornhub doing that. No,
they trying to attack porn.
Wow. So yeah. So again, y'all just be careful out there, and I'll just say this: the reality is, like Kenny said a moment ago, is that I'm not tripping on Trump because Trump is only exposing what America really is, and if this man really gets in office, then we deserve everything he's gonna give us, because it truly is telling us the reality of what this country is all about. Because again, you don't birds of a feather flock together, and so if you fools want to run into an airplane, that's on y'all. But I'm just telling y'all, if he makes it, just know this is what the country wants. This is what the country wants, because the majority will win, right? And so in this moment, when you understand that, just understand we are who we think we are.
From the late great Dennis Green.
Yes, sir. We are who we think we are. Yeah. What you say, Carol? The country is going to, and that's what I'm saying. So again, we deserve whatever we get if y'all put him in there. And I mean,
I totally agree with that.
That's right. That. Listen, Arnold Palmer all year. Y'all can have it. All right. I mean, if I can't even try to find a good story no more, y'all. It's just ridiculous out here. So I can't even try to find one. Good. Thank you, Miss Demi.
I hear you, dude, Jay, already.
That's right. Man. So listen, y'all. I don't know how many of us have been to prison before, but you know, there is a fact that women in prison do get pregnant, and it's normally by the jailers. I mean what do you call them? Correction officers, right?
Officers.
So, yeah. Black, have you ever been a correction officer? You've had some.
I have. Yes, sir.
I remember you telling that.
I really did.
How would I know? Now listen, you may not be one of these baby daddies. He might be one of these baby daddies. Listen, yes, thank you, Carol. Oh my goodness, Kitty, I done lost Kitty. I'm sorry, Kitty. But listen, y'all. Apparently, there's a scheme that is going on in some of these jails that this woman, this adoption agency, this woman, she has an agency, she claims, but she's getting these inmates to get pregnant, and then she is selling these babies.
Wow.
Smart idea. Listen, it's more smarter than that woman that was trying to sell that chicken. Right. I don't know if y'all hadn't seen the show, just go back.
Yeah, you got to go back and watch that one. Yeah.
But I mean, sister, is that a smart? I mean, it's ingenious. I don't know what red tape she had to get through to get them babies out of there, but apparently these women she's paying these women in jail to have babies, and then she's giving these babies to adoptive parents.
Wow.
What you think about this, sister?
It sounds a little weird because I literally cannot have a baby and just hand it over to y'all legally. There's a lot of red tape and things that has to happen in order for you to be able to adopt a kid. Like the state won't just allow you to do that. Now I do know adoption agencies because in-laws, he has family who paid, I think they paid $35,000 per kid to adopt their 2 kids. So there is a lot of money in it, but I don't think any of it goes to the mother. I think it goes to the adoption agency.
Yeah. No, so I'll be honest.
I don't think you can sell a baby.
Yeah, so just to give more clarity, stop messing around. I'm sure these women are probably pregnant before they went to prison or jail or whatever, because I think that's what it is. And so again, it's a woman, and it's unfortunately it's in Texas.
I ain't so sure.
No, it is.
I promise you, I'm not so sure. You know what?
You're getting pregnant. Oh,
I'm not so sure, brother.
Okay.
Every time I think we've seen the lowest depravity. This is America. Everything is for sale. I hate that I'm having to say that. I would not be shocked in one moment if there is a way to give up your rights and for them to create everything's for sale. This is America.
Yeah.
This the commonality for me, this is insane, but make America great. We haven't been great for a long time, folks. This is America. Everything is for sale. Our dignity, our pride, our common sense is all for fucking sale.
Yeah. Well, this is in Texas, and the woman, her name is Judy Hall. Would anybody like to guess her ethnicity? Yeah. She's on a Palmer sister. She's on a Palmer sister.
I would assume she was of the Caucasian persuasion.
That's right. And listen, because again, we'll sell chicken at Popeye anyway. Okay. So yeah. So anyway. So again, here's the turnabout is fair play. Some of these inmates that told this woman that they were pregnant wasn't really pregnant. You fool.
So they set her up like they were setting up some people to get a baby that this baby coming. Okay.
Yes, sir. So again, all this foolishness is yes, exactly, Carol. She is definitely one of them. So all this foolishness is for naught, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like, wow, this stuff is ridiculous, and I just don't understand. I'm with Demi. I don't know the health of these children, but again, people are doing anything they can to make life happier. I would understand that, but again, you just don't. You really got to be careful with some of these people that you allowing to have children, have your babies, because listen, that DNA is real. That DNA real, and if it's tied to some really bad stuff, crack babies are real. So I just want y'all better go watch that movie, Losing Isaiah. Halle Berry had a hard time. Halle Berry had a hard time. Demi said, the fact that I considered adoption after losing my son, I don't think I would go this route at all. Wow.
And you know that's unfortunate, Demi, because I was a videographer on a series called The Gift of Love when you talk about trying to get children adopted. Yeah. And it's unfortunate. It is so many, especially little black children that they don't get adopted. Right. I mean, especially the older ones, they in the system forever. Right. And it's a shame that now we hear this story of this woman trying to, I guess, make it a black market on, to say this, so to speak, in the prison level, trying to sell kids. And we got a lot of kids of black kids in orphans and all. They need to be adopted. They just need a good home. So it's unfortunate, man, when you have this type of stuff happening. So.
Yep. All right, y'all. Well, listen, I got a couple more things to talk about, and I'll just be honest with you, it ain't getting no much better. So y'all just hold on. But here it is, a silver lining and some dark clouds. Kenny, brother.
If you Cowboy fan, ain't no silver lining in no dark clouds.
Well, we can.
That boy, you just lied me that alley oop, Brent. You just lied it to me, and our alley oop, boy. What a great assist! What a great assist!
You're welcome, brother. Have it. That's what we do, baby. That's what we do, baby.
But now I'm gonna try to make my segment quick. We got a 14-10 lead with the Ravens over Tampa Bay right now. We got 2 Monday night games going on. So anyway, we're talking NFL. How's everybody doing? My folks back. We got our pick threes, all that happening. We're gonna talk about that toward the end, but we got to talk about the owner and general manager of the Dallas Cowboys.
Boy,
last Tuesday he went on 105.3 The Fan in the Dallas DF-Dub, which is the flagship station of the Dallas Cowboys. And let's just say that the 82-year-old, he threatened some jobs because he didn't like some of the questions. Brother Britton, could you roll that clip so we the family can talk about this clip? Roll that.
Yes,
for
sir.
me.
Yes, sir. Here it is.
I think I'm interested on a damn phone call with you over a radio. And sitting here and throwing all the good out with the dishwater, you have got to be smoking something over there this morning. I'm not. And I really don't, and I don't even want our listeners to listen to me, to talk about, this is not your job. Your job isn't to let me go over all the reasons that I did something, and I'm sorry that I did it. That's not your job.
Well, my job is to ask
why. Job, or I'll get somebody else to ask these questions, man.
Jerry, we're trying to figure out why the team is.
I'm not kidding you. I'm not kidding you. You're not going to figure out it's what the team is doing right or wrong.
Jerry Jones going at Bobby Belt, Shannon, RJ on 105.3 The Fan. Following day, he was doubled down on his comments. That is Jerry Jones basically saying these cats can't be asking me these kind of questions. I pay their salaries, which he don't. They are not employed by the Cowboys. They're employed by Odyssey, by the radio station that owns them. And Jerry had just turned 82 and took that damn ass whooping. They got hit in the mouth on Sunday, so he was feeling some type of way. But to threaten these men on their jobs, and they just asking them questions that the fans just want to know. I had never seen Jerry in this light before. All right, I'm gonna start with the resident Cowboy fan on the crew, Lady D. What's your thoughts on the owner, general manager Jerry Jones?
Not too much now, Ken. Not too much on my boy, yeah. But I just feel like Jerry, that privilege showed up and just reared his ugly head. Like what you saw was, do you know who I am? That's what I was waiting to literally hear. Do you know who you're talking to? Do you know who I am? Is what I was like thinking he was about to say. That in a combination with the fact that he's 82 years old and he probably ain't got but 30, 40, 50 more minutes to live any damn way. So what's the harm in him saying whatever the hell he wants to say? But I also feel like at Jerry's level, there should have been a pre-interview to discuss the questions and everything prior.
Okay, that's fair. But Jerry does a weekly radio. Yeah, he does this weekly every Tuesday with the fans. So he's used to getting questioned about certain things. Me personally, I just think that 47-9 ass whooping, he took it a little personal, and they was asking him some legitimate questions. And I'm gonna ask you, Black. They basically asked him, "Hey, fans are wondering why you guys weren't active in free agency. You had a chance to get Derrick Henry. You say you didn't have the money. They saying that there's been some things that you just have missed on when it comes to helping this team improve." That's what they were asking him. Fans want to know. Jerry got in his feelings.
He did.
What you think, Lee? What you think?
Jerry Jones, bravo. I'm riding with you 100.
What?
Them fans can kiss my monkey ass if I was Jerry Jones, and that's what he should have said. Yeah. This ain't even white privilege. This is power.
Okay.
Y'all better be glad I ain't in no position I have not even an eye or order of a problem with what Jerry Jones said. I'm 56 years old, and I stand on what I say, and I believe it, and I wish I had the economic financial security to say it loud and tell people to kiss my fat monkey ass, and they couldn't do nothing about it. You better not ever let me hit the lottery, because I will be one vengeful SOB. You're right, he's 82, and he's a billionaire and wield your power with a mighty fist, Jerry, that you damn right. You're not going to sit there and embarrass me on my birthday and ask me dumbass questions. Behind the scenes, I will have your monkey ass fired, and you'll be sitting at home asking that question to someone else. P. Diddy, your monkey ass is in jail right now because you didn't wield that power when you had a chance. When that bitch first accused you, you should have used your money, influence, and power to bury her and her family. If you're a billionaire, you've earned it right. Go ahead, Jerry.
Hold on, Kenny.
This is a test. This is only a test. This has been a test. Thank you.
That doggone leader knocked Kenny all out off the internet. My goodness. Well, again. Okay, Lee. Tell us how you really feel, but
I have no problem with what he said. None.
I can,
and I'm not joking. I'm being so serious.
I know. No, I hear you. Yeah. So yeah, again, and I respect what you're saying. And at the end of the day, and Kenny, what are you asking me? The same question? Sure, Kenny, I'll answer your question. Yes, sir. What I think about Jerry Jones and you're right. These guys, that's how they make their living. Yeah, he may not be paying their checks, but he is giving them an opportunity to have a job. Because at the end of the day, Odyssey doesn't make the money if they don't get Jerry to make them the flagship station. So again, this is the reality. If it ain't Donald, it's Jerry. Rich white men are just really getting fed up now because the country is not looking as though it was when they were playing golf and drinking Arnold Palmers. So it's not working the same way anymore. And it is what it is. But again, the money is really showing us just how much power men do have, because freedom of speech ain't really free no more. And so you really got to pay for it. And if you ain't got the money, I guess you can't just say everything you want to say either, player. And so that's the reality.
On a realistic level, you don't bite the hand that feeds you.
Yeah.
You don't think for one moment that I wish I could tell the CEO of my company what I really think? Right now, we're in the midst of having what's called a culture and survey, where we're supposed to give our honest opinions on what we think of the company. I'm 56 years old, folks. I don't fall for that. I wasn't born yesterday.
Yeah.
I sat my fat monkey ass down and I filled that survey out, and I gave all the pleasantries that I needed to say, because the truth of the matter is I'm not dumb enough to step out there and tell them, you know, you got me all the way effed up. You won't even give me a goddamn turkey or a ham. And here I am supposed to be grinning and happy and saying that this is the greatest company ever. I can't say that. So if I had the economic power that I know that I could say what I want to, and you can't affect my bottom line, and I'm still going to eat the same, drink the same, and you ain't going to be able to do nothing about it, I'm going to tell you that, hell yeah, I could be going to the grocery store. If you cut me off, I would be the vindictive kind of SOB that I would say, get that license plate. Follow them home, take their whole damn house. Put their monkey ass out.
But I don't understand why Jerry's even doing anything like this. Like, a lot of owners, for one, don't even speak because they're somewhere on their yacht or on their private island minding their business. And two, at that age, I don't even know why he even engages with this type of.
He used to play football.
It don't keep him young. You see that Crypt Keeper sitting on that damn, and nothing about him is sitting young. But I guess, like what you're saying, he just wants to be involved. It gives him something to do. But I just don't understand why he's doing it. Because we don't have respect for people today in 2024, elderly people, the way that we used to. Donald Trump can say something on the social media platform, and the first response may be, shut your dumb ass up. Like, people don't care anymore. Say whatever they want to say.
But that's the single thing that defines him, and he has nothing else. Like, Bill Belichick is dating a 24-year-old woman right now. 24.
Yeah. No.
You know, so it's the only thing that's defining them is this game. And you're right. He should be, you would think you would be living your best life without the stress and strain, but it's what gets him up in the morning, I believe.
Yeah. He used to play football, so I get it. And again, he's trying to prove that he can win without Jimmy. So that's always been that case. So again, that's the difference. So anytime I'm referring to how white people don't like to be something, I'm talking about rich white people and probably rich white men. They don't like to be embarrassed. They don't like to be trying to be belittled or to be outdone. So again, he's just doing it. And as he's learned for almost 20 years now, money don't pay for championships. So that is, he spent a lot of money. So, all right, y'all. Well, I have to say it's the first. Lee has knocked Kenny out the game. So again,
I hate it. So until we get back though, I'll be remiss if I mention my Yankees is in the World Series.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna beat them Dodgers though.
Come on now. Let me live for a moment.
Yes, sir. You can live for a moment. Okay. All right. Well, let's keep it moving, ladies and gentlemen. God help us all. And so I wanted to talk about this a couple weeks ago. And I don't care if it's not popular anymore. It's my show. I'm gonna talk about it still. I want to. Keon Henderson, again, he's the guy that lost his church. He talked crazy to that woman and it went viral. And apparently he's the bottom to TD Jakes and all of them. And they I mean, I'm only just saying what things are being shared out there in Devon streets. So again, I don't know if it's true or not. I'm just telling y'all what the folks is out there saying. So that's all I'm saying. We'll just say, Craig, the Yankees are my second favorite team. Go. Says from what I know of Jerry, he wants to have his hand in everything, including going to the field. Yeah, that's him. So, but yeah. So anyway, Keon Henderson, y'all. Apparently he went on his platform or whatever and began to talk about the poor and how you don't get anything from giving to the poor and you don't get no blessing from it. You just doing what you're supposed to do. And it is what it is. And he said he was gonna go to the Bible. Now again, whoever was doing the editing, I applaud you for not allowing him to go to that Bible because he's going to make a bigger fool of himself than he was saying that junk out loud. So again, I'm not here to have Bible study. I'm just here to just make sense of it. And again, sister, why would a preacher discourage people? Because again, a lot of times if somebody's giving, yes, we would like to believe that people are being charitable and generous, and there are some philanthropists that are like that. But a lot of times people are giving sometimes because there are incentives or there is a reason to do so. But why would this man publicly tell people that you don't get nothing from giving to the poor?
I actually feel right now that a lot of times he says things because whenever he does dumb shit, he goes viral. And I'm noticing like a trend with him when he says certain things. That's first thing. Second thing, when he implied that when you give to homeless people, poor people, you don't get it back. That's, of course, telling your congregation you don't do anything for free. And we've always been taught you don't do anything nice for anyone because you expect something in return. Exactly. And number three, my final thing is I know a lot of people, especially elderly people, who faithfully tithe and offer, and they are barely making it. They're getting supported by their kids and Medicaid and the tiny bit of Social Security that they have never prospered. And I really want people to kind of look at that. Like the only time you can pay something in and likely get something back is if you start investing in stocks and bonds and playing lotto and shit. But I've never known anyone to offer tithes and offering to a pastor and they just become these overly prosperous people unless they also learn to start manipulating people as well.
Yeah, and I know people be like, Brenton, you always talking about money when it comes to these people. Well, they always talking about money when it comes to church. And so again, I'm only talking about what they talking about. And so it is what it is. When they stop talking about it, I'm gonna stop talking about it. But I'm not gonna let them sit up here and keep telling these lies. We're back. We're back though to your picks in just a minute, brother. But
we can do that in our final
okay,
final
right,
thoughts.
yes,
so we can keep the flow going. Yeah.
So Black, what you thinking about this clown, Keon Clown?
Well, it's indicative of just how far religion has fallen for me, organized religion, that it's prostituted itself in such a way that it's watered down the word of God in so many ways until the church has moved the needle on its views on homosexuality, on crime, on politics, on everything. And when you've built a lifetime of prosperity preaching and teaching, this is what you get. You know what I'm saying? This is chickens coming home to roost. And so to your point, Sister Devin, we've now lost whatever credibility the church used to have. Think about this. We're in the times of politics. There was a time growing up in my lifetime where you could depend on soberness from your churches, organizations, and you can't go there anymore because there's no differences between the church and the club and social media, and they've bought into all of the effery and foolishness. And so to have a prominent minister stand up out loud and say the very definition of what it means to be a Christian, to give to the poor, who the hell do you serve? When the most fundamental teaching that Jesus Christ existed for came to give to the poor. It makes absolutely no sense, but it shows you how far we've fallen, and it puts into context 2 Corinthians 4:4, where it talks about the angel of light transforming himself into Satan transformed himself to an angel of light. And so the wicked, we're upside down, folks, and they're presenting themselves in a different view. And that's why I've been saying for a long time, I wish I would. I wish I would give some of these jackleg preachers anything. They need a swift kick in the ass, and they all need to be whooped on national TV.
Yeah, Kenny, I'm assuming you know what we're talking about now. But
yeah,
I mean, what do you think about this fool? And again, thank you, Craig, for that. And I'm gonna give a little 1-minute sermonette, y'all. Just hold on. But Kenny, what you thinking? I know, sir.
Let me say this first and foremost. This preacher name is Keon Henderson. My name is Kendrick Henderson, and there is no relation. I am not related to this brother by no means.
Ain't nobody asked you to give.
I just want to let that be known.
Yes,
and this message that he is he's put out there. I think this is why we look at preachers, especially prosperity preachers, so to speak. We look at them with disdain, because for him to come out and say that, and for a lot of people, the church is their hospital. It's their place to get whatever they need. And to basically this dude say that, you know what, if you help the people that need money, you ain't helping yourself. Don't even give them nothing. I'm like, that ain't what Jesus. That ain't Jesus teaching. Where the hell you getting that from?
Yeah.
So that's coming from your own Bible. You didn't even created your own book of prosperity. So yeah, man, I'm like, yo, that's why I try not to even entertain these prosperity preachers, because their message is got people jacked up. Real talk. So
all right. I don't know. What are you spraying?
I got these little fucking gnats from these bananas or whatever.
Oh, fruit flies.
Somebody clip that, please. We need a clip.
I'm sick of that.
Can we clip that? Really? Lamar,
only Lee Black, y'all. I'm just telling you. Listen, I promise you, he did not get it in that liquor either. You hear me? He moved that cup. All right. So listen, I just want to be clear, y'all. I ain't gonna preach. I'm just gonna tell y'all the truth. He's number one, Keon. Now you lost your church after you clown that woman. So you should have a little fear in your heart for saying all these stupid things, but you don't. So it is what it is. So I'm gonna tell you something. You invoke the name of Jesus by trying to quote Jesus, you dummy. And you said Jesus said that the poor would be with you always. That's what you said, right? But I'm gonna tell you why Jesus actually said that, Keon Dumb Henderson. This is why. He said that the poor would be with you always because people would not give to them. But in the whole scheme of things, it was intended for people to take care of each other. That's what they were doing in the Old Testament, and that's what they were doing at the beginning of Acts when the church was forming. They were giving their things away to make sure that everybody who was in need had something.
That's right.
Even in the Old Testament, even when he gave out the portions, I'm almost done, the Levites were given their portion from their brothers and sisters. So you're a fool. The reason why Jesus said that the poor will be always, because he was thinking about an idiot like you and those that think like you, because you don't want them to give to the poor because you want the money. So I'm telling you, you better keep your mouth off that. Y'all better stop lying on these scriptures, because that church might not be the only thing to get up out of here, clown. All right. So again, go and drink that on a Palmer, boy, and go on about your business. Okay, I'm done. Okay. All right. So that's the reason why people are manipulating the truth of scripture, but it's our job to go read it so that we can have an understanding. And that's why Jesus said what he said, because of people like Keon that don't want people giving to help others. They want to help themselves. So, right. All right. Okay, I'm done. Thank you. Sorry. Whew. Let's go on. All right, sister. I don't know what clown you got going. I tell you, I didn't get no better, y'all. I can't help it. So, and I'm scared to give my final thought because Lee is on one today, and I don't think it's gonna work out. So y'all just hold on. I don't think it's gonna work out any good. So, sister, who business you getting in?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, my internet, y'all know, is keep turning on. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. So I'll try to do something real quick then, in case it turned on me. A freaking bastard. I'm tired of this damn Wi-Fi. But anyway, when I was minding someone else's business, like I never do, I ran across a few posts that I had some interest in, but I decided I wanted to ask y'all a quick question, because I feel like a lot of us can relate. I know a lot of y'all may be familiar with Lil Wayne's baby mama, Toya. Can y'all still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Lil Wayne's baby mama, Toya, she had a brother that's been in prison a few times, who, of course, wants to be an aspiring rapper. And she is still connected to Lil Wayne, even though they're no longer together. He recently went on a rant, livid, because he feels like she should be helping him get his career going. He also wrote a book, a documentary about their life. They did she did, and it was about him or included him. So he felt like he was also entitled to some of that.
Interesting.
And he feels like they have the means, and she has the means to be able to help him get where he could be in life. And he looked old as hell. Who knows how old he is, but he looked old, like he might be 50. But what I want to ask y'all is, if we do have the means, and if we're doing better than our brother, mother, whomever, do we truly, truly have an obligation to extend a hand and to help them do more and do better? Because she has helped them in the past, don't get me wrong. But do we always have an obligation to do for family? And he would say things like he kind of sort of protects her, like her ex ain't gonna bother her because they know he'll do blah, 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 blah. Where does that obligation and that loyalty to family stops when they make you feel like you're being a bad family member or a bad sister or parent for not doing for them? I'm gonna start with you, Black.
For me, we have zero obligation. Now, ideally, I believe that it's in the goodness of our heart, we would want to make sure our siblings, if we're in a position to help with what they need, damn what you want. So that's where, for me, I draw the line. I couldn't live with myself if I'm sitting here under air and got creature comforts of home, and I had a sibling that was homeless. Now, I don't owe them anything as an adult. The same way that a parent has a responsibility to get that child the things they need, clothing, shelter, this, that, get them through school. And when you become adult, you're literally on your own. So if that responsibility is released from the parent, why the hell do I owe you anything as a sibling? So in the goodness of my heart, if I'm doing well, I would like to believe that, yeah, it's part of what should make us a family, to be able to help a family member, do well and to make sure they have the things that they need. Now, when you start talking about your damn pipe dreams, not only am I not going to help you, I'm going to give you a dose of reality. Sit your ugly ass down. You don't have that talent. We live in a world now where we placate people too much and make everybody believe that they can be a star. I hate we've lost fact and lost power in the simple word of no. And the answer is no. I don't know. I'm not giving you that. Now, and I apply that principle even when I'm going down the street. You ask me for something to eat and you look hungry, let's go to the store. But I'm not giving you the money so you can go do something else. I work hard for my money. And so that's with a stranger. So even with family members, we don't owe them anything.
Okay. Britton, I'm going to ask you, if let's say you own a business and it's prosperous, and you have a brother that just gets out of prison or gets a divorce and he don't make all the best choices, you may not completely trust him like that. But do you still feel you should at least give him an opportunity or a few opportunities to try to do well through your company?
Oh, well, no, okay, it's that last word, my company. Well, I don't know about everything but my company. Well, again, it depends, on what it is and what's going on and how I view what he's trying to do. It'll be a journey, right? Am I my brother's keeper? I am, but I'm going to keep you on the straight and narrow. I'm not keeping you a lifestyle. So I help you get to what you're trying to do. And again, it's going to start by we are setting realistic goals monthly. And again, no, I'm not handing you nothing. It's whatever, however you want to work. And again, if you don't like the hoops, I'm finna make you jump then later. So that's just what it is. Again, yes, I don't mind helping, but again, I'm all about the preventive, because I need to see, again, I start people at 0. I don't start you at 100. So I got to see you work that way up. So yeah, it just depends what it is that you need to do. But I need to see some appreciation. I don't just hand you that. Let me see you go get it somewhere else first, and then show me. Right, you prove to me that's what you're doing, and then we go from there. But yeah, it'll have to be a long. You're not gonna just get this. You got to earn it, because I did.
I left you last, Kenny, because I feel like you have the biggest heart out of all of us.
Shame on you,
even Brendan. When is it okay to cut off a family member, a close family member, not your cousin?
I get it, and you probably are correct, because I come. It's just me and my brother, so I only have one sibling. So for me, I could relate to this. I would say this. I watched their reality show years ago with this Toya and her brothers. One of her brothers was murdered. Actually, 2 of her brothers were murdered. So I think she only has one living brother now. This guy I watched that rant. And he was in his feelings on comments on there. But I agree with Brother Black. I don't think you're obligated as a sibling to bring your other sibling up, especially when you know that they probably ain't taking care of business, because that eventually all that will fall back on you. But I will say this. I think as a sibling, I would definitely want to put my other sibling in a place to be successful. If I can help them do that, Most definitely I'm gonna do that. Am I gonna invest a little bit of my money and probably know that I'm gonna lose a little bit of it? Yeah, I can do that. But I'm not gonna invest 100% of my grind. Like Brother Brent said, I'm not gonna invest 100% of it. I'm gonna give you the keys. I'm gonna let you start the vehicle. If I see that you can drive,
right,
we can move.
Right.
But if I see that you ain't moving nowhere and you just about trying to, ride off of my coattail, then yeah, we can't rock like that. I mean, but because I really believe that family, at the end of the day, family supposed to rock for each other. That's how I feel.
Okay. I chose this topic because I want to tell out my business, but I'm going through some stuff with family, and I haven't completely done a cutoff, but it's a semi cutoff.
Gotcha.
Because
that's understandable. I get it.
Because I feel like when you are leaning on someone, taking from someone, you also have to be considerate of how the things you do may affect them in their life. Right. So if you're showing me you're not willing to consider me the way I consider you, and how your life and your choices can harm me, and
right,
you can kiss my ass. And that's just kind of where I am with it, because when I say I got it out the mud, I got it out of the mud. So now that I'm out the mud, you want me to just give you everything I have with no consideration on how you make me feel. And also a little bit more of my business. I was diagnosed with an autoimmune disease many, many years ago. And I've let family members stress me out to the point where there have been days where I literally couldn't even walk. Could not walk, could not brush my own hair, couldn't brush my own teeth, just because I've taken on all the stress from people that they've put on me, because I would worry and feel obligated and feel horrible if I didn't do it, because people will manipulate you and also take you on a guilt trip. Right. So I say all that to say this. Tell people to kiss your ass. You don't owe nobody nothing. You're going to be dead in the grave and gone. And they going to still be doing whatever the hell they was doing before their ass was over there bothering you and trying to make you feel guilty. I will help your ass to a certain point. But if you take advantage of me or you don't give a damn about what I'm going through, you can kiss my left ass cheek. Now
Hey, Lady D, I got a question. I want us to talk about that other one you posted in the chat about the woman and the. Can we hold that to next week?
We sure can.
Okay, I want us to talk about that one.
Kenny, with your horny butt.
This is a test. This is only a test. This.
We just ain't having it today. I tell y'all, the family is just acting up. Wait a minute. I'm just saying. I know the story you talking about. I mean, listen, you over here cutting up, Black trying to cut up there. I mean, you gonna run out of spray.
Oh man, come on, bro. Really?
All right, listen. I'm just teasing. And this segment was brought to you by Arnold Palmer. Listen, after you get through kissing Devin's left cheek, get you a little of that drink of that Arnold Palmer too. All right? Just make it just a whole orgy. Okay, let me get out of here. Let me stop playing. All right, hold on. Okay. All right, man. Okay. I have something to say about this. Again, this is just a subjective conversation. This is what we do, Black Love Series, and it's talking about a good man. And so for me, I believe this conversation, it has a lot of legs, but I only got 4 today, right? And so I just want us to use our brains and just answer these questions, and then we just get on out of here. We're not exhausting this conversation. We're just going to talk about it. So number 1, if you had to think of a short answer, in your opinion, Kenny, what would be considered a good man?
You said it first, man. This is a layered question, because good is subjective to every one of us. Whatever we think is good is going to be different with all of us. So
fantastic.
Damn, so when you talk about what a good man is, if you ask Devin and you ask CC and you ask Demi J, their answers are probably going to be somewhat similar, but a little bit different too. So if you're asking me what a good man is, sure. I think that's a hard question for me really to answer.
Fantastic. Okay. Black, what you think a good man is? Short answer.
I just watched The Equalizer 3 again yesterday. And in the movie, Denzel Washington's character, he gets shot in the back. And the man caring for him, he asked him before he heals him, he said, am I healing a good man?
Good man, yeah.
And Denzel's answer says, I don't. He says, I don't know. And later on in the movie, he says, the reason why I asked you that, he said, because only a good man says that he doesn't know. Yes, the short answer is it's a good man is in the eyes of the beholder.
Fantastic.
I agree.
All right, sister. She is pontificating down there.
I saw her looking into space, so I already know what she's thinking.
We've heard your experiences, so I know this is far and few between for you. But I'm just asking.
It's such a multifaceted answer. It's so hard. A short, quick answer: a man with integrity, whether I'm in your face or you're a million miles away.
Okay, fantastic.
Love that.
So here it is for me, and this is why I wanted to have this conversation, because I believe if you have good questions to answer concerning the person that you're with, and next week we're going to do a good woman, right? And so, but I wanted to start with us because I don't want the ladies start cutting up. Y'all ain't talking about. I started with her first, so because I'm gonna get y'all next week. So here it is. You should ask questions concerning things about the person you're with, and if you have a good answer, then I guess that would answer your question. So here's a few questions that I would like for us to ask about situations and see what we think. Is a good man a person that takes care of someone else's kid but not their own? I'll ask it again. Is a good man a person that is willing to take care of someone else's kids but not their own? Black, what do you think?
Depends. It depends on the circumstances.
Sure.
What immediately comes to mind, and again, I don't read these ahead of time, so you get my on-the-spot answer.
Yes, sir.
I think about Brian McKnight's situation. It for some reason just pops up in my head immediately because his children, his biological children, are all up in arms. His first children, I should say, all biological, because I'm just reading into what I can understand. They feel like he owes them, I guess, a lifetime to be taken care of because he's somewhat disowned them and speaks more highly of the new family he's with. And he's had a public social media spat, whatever. So my answer really depends.
Yeah.
Back to the previous question about helping our family members.
Mm-hmm.
I think I have an obligation to take care of my biological children up to the point that they're adult.
Mm-hmm.
At that point, no. You're on your own. You're an adult. So you can't hold it against me and hold me accountable if now I got a new family and I'm taking care of other people's children. Now, if you're neglecting your own children, and they've given you a reason to do so, then, so it's more complicated than on its face value. But just all things being equal, yeah, you're supposed to take care of home first. What business would you have taking your monkey ass out, building up somebody else's house, and you ain't took care of your own household?
Okay, sister, same question.
The short answer is no, but I also know some situations where women will assume that a man is taking better care of kids in the household that he's in than his own children, just because that child may get more and have more and their lifestyle's a little different because they live within that house. But a lot of that is also based on the mom, not just the father. So yeah. I mean, it just depends. But I would never be with someone who wants nothing to do with their children.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Kenny. Unless they trash ass kids, and then I
She always got a little extra dig.
She got a dig. She gonna hit you with an uppercut. You already know Didi gonna do that. So
see that digging in your business ain't just about digging. She digs.
Yeah, hit you with an uppercut. Yeah, she gonna do that.
Digging at you. So all right, that's it. All right, Kenny, what you thinking?
Oh hell no, no.
Okay. Yes,
that's like paying an electric bill at somebody else's house and your lights are off.
Yes,
right.
Don't make sense to me.
Yes, sir. Okay, fantastic. Secondly, would you be considered a good man if you were bad with money, but you were, well, let's just leave it right there. If you were bad with, well, I was gonna say something else, but I don't want to. Leah's already distracted spraying stuff, so I want to get to nothing else.
I'm listening.
I know you are, but I don't want to give. I want you to stay focused with just being bad with money. Sister, could a man be considered a good man if he's bad with money?
Yeah. I don't think one thing has anything to do with the other.
Okay, all right, Kenny.
I agree with Lady D. Yeah, I don't think being bad with money doesn't make you a bad man. Just make you a bad money manager.
Right, but if you don't listen to the woman, because she may be better, and again, this is just all things being equal.
Well, then that makes you a dumb man. If you got a woman that's on your team, then that makes you dumb.
Well, we right about that. All right, Black. Take a break from spraying.
Okay. Clean sweep. Agree 1,000%.
Okay. All right. Are you a good man? I got one more. If you can't stay in a platonic relationship, but you are good with taking care of your kids, a good dad.
Ooh.
Are you a good man? Or would you be considered a good man if you cannot stay in a platonic relationship, but you're a good dad? Kenny, what you think?
I think that those are on two totally different levels because
we'll answer.
Oh, God damn it. Jeez. I think yes. I think
okay.
What happened?
He needs some time. He needed some time. Okay, sister, go on. Sister, what do you think?
I think I'm confused about the platonic relationship part.
Okay.
Like, what do you mean you
like you're in a monogamous relationship? Can you you're not good?
Are you a good man, but you can't stay in a monogamous relationship?
Yes, but you so you know how women say, yeah, I divorced him, but he's a great dad. He's good with kids. He's a good father.
I'm different on that, and I'm gonna tell you why.
What Craig is saying, like he's a good father.
I feel like you set up the foundation for your children based on how you treat the person that you're with, your spouse or your partner. Mm-hmm. And I believe you help kind of mold them. So even if you're a hoe, you're supposed to be like sneaky with it. You're supposed to be like a sneaky hoe and make your children believe that you are respectful of their mom or your wife, or make your son believe this is how you're supposed to treat a woman. And if you're a true hoe, you're gonna teach him to be a hoe too, but which is also not a good thing. But you know what I'm saying? I just feel like I'm one of those people that I find it hard to believe that you can be a good father and a horrible partner.
So let me ask you this before I go to Black then. I mean, you're a woman, you've been one all your life. So let me ask you, why do women say that then?
No, most women don't agree with me. Most women be like, he was a horrible husband or a horrible boyfriend, but he's a great dad. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if you're a hoe, and I'm not saying Black a hoe, but let's just say Black is a hoe, right?
Why not? He will agree.
No, what I'm just saying, but let's just say Black a hoe. I wouldn't judge him if he's a single man and being a good father to his kids, because to me, what he's then teaching his children is, as a single man, I can do whatever I want to do. I can, screw Baltimore if I want to, because I'm a single man. But once I'm in a relationship, I'm in a relationship, and you can still be out there hoeing and still be respectful to the women. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like one also does match the other. You have to be a decent partner and to be a good father.
Okay. I think Kenny gone again. All right, Black, take it away.
That's why I love my sister right there. She spits fireball true. I am a hoe, for the record.
Tell me why you disagree, Demi. But yes, that's right. He is.
I'm a hoe as a single man, and I was a hoe as a married man as well. But I also had a simple rule, which is you don't shit where you eat. Yes, and so, as a boyfriend and relationships, You don't know. I kept my hoe and what's the word? I'm a respectable hoe. From the movie Harlem Nights.
You just made up. Thank you. You just made that up.
I'm a respectable hoe, and that's what I am.
But she was working for that money, Doc. Come on now.
I was working too.
Listen, y'all. He is getting high off that raid. I promise you. Sound like it, doesn't it?
But I think those are two separate things. My thing is, yes, how I present myself, especially to my children, is one thing. But then I might not get along with that bitch. She might be a hoe too. So my thing is, we need to go our separate ways for the health of both of our sanity and to be better parents to the children that's involved. And that don't make me a bad man, you know?
Yeah. Okay, Demi, tell me why you disagree. So if you don't mind, I hope you heard me the first time. Yeah, tell me why you disagree. Okay, well, you know, again, we've already made this clear that these things are subjective. Let me read it. Then Ken, I'm gonna come back to you. You have couples that stay together just because of children, and it turns into a toxic relationship. Okay,
there you go.
Kenny, what were you saying? What was your point, bro? Do you remember?
I was saying that I think those when you talk about being a good partner and a good father, I think that's two totally different subjects. Because I think there's a lot of men that are great fathers, but they are whack ass partners.
Mm-hmm.
They're not monogamous material, in my opinion, and that's okay. So I think you could still be a good man, but you may not be a good partner. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion.
Okay. All right. Can I give y'all one more?
Sure.
And we'll get out of here. Okay. All right. Are you a good man if you are on your third or more marriage and all the other exes are still living? Would you still be considered a good man? Because again, I know one woman's junk is another woman's treasure. I got it. I hear you. But are you still considered a good man if you on your third or more marriage? What you think, Black?
Once again, depends on the beholder. I don't think you're necessarily a bad man.
You know, ran through quite a few of them now.
But a damn show could speak volumes of the fact that sometimes we need to own the fact that maybe we're not good relationship material.
Okay.
And all joking aside, I don't think I am at this stage of my life.
Yes.
I own that. I'm joking, but if it comes down to a point where sometimes if it acts like a duck and walks like a duck, maybe it's you.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's you. Now again, there are mitigating factors that if these are good women, you're
doing that next week.
But there's factors in there too, because again, sometimes people pick bad partners or whatever. So I'm glad we're going there next week because maybe I'm attracted to bad women from the outset. So, but then sometimes I just believe we also have to be honest and look inward enough to be able to say that, you know what, maybe I'm just not a good man for a relationship. Right. And if you own that, then guess what? Be honest and upfront and tell a woman, this is what you're going to get with me. And that's I'm very comfortable at this stage of my life. You can't spend the night. We're not going to cuddle. I'm not taking you out. You can come here and get your brains beat out and have a pretty decent meal sometimes, fuck with you on the weekend, but you can't live here, and every now and then, every few weeks or so, I can get some good dick, but that's about as much I can muster, and that's good enough.
My goodness.
Oh boy. There we go. Just give it to. And my Wi-Fi is still in check for all that madness.
I'm telling you. All right, Kenny. Well, let's get you in, brother. I mean, is he still a good man? I mean,
I think it because just because you've been married or divorced a couple of times, we don't know the whole story. So there's always, I always say there's three sides to a story. It's her side, his side, and the truth falls somewhere in the middle. So again, but I would say I agree with Black. I think a lot of times as men, we have to own that sometimes that, yeah, we probably aren't bringing our best person into a relationship for a woman. And we don't probably need to bring her into this, what we want to call it, our negativity, so to speak. So yeah, I agree with Black on a lot of what he said. So
okay, my sister.
This is such a double standard because as a multi-marriage madam myself, I think for men, if a man's been divorced 3 times, I'm like, hell no. But for a woman, I'm like, what they all do.
I'm glad you own that, Lady D. Thank you. I love that. I love your honesty.
When I think about no, because when I think about myself, and every time I've tucked and ran, it's because he was doing some dumb shit, or he became someone that he promised me he would never be, or I just got tired of tolerating things that after I've said, you continue to hurt me, I continue to tell your ass, you continue to do this, I continue to tell your ass, and you just dip out. And when I talk to a lot of men who are friends, meaning they're truly honest with me, the times that they have divorced, a lot of times it's because some woman truly just got sick of them, or on occasion she would act up. But I don't find that a lot of men run from relationships like that for no reason, unless he met someone he thinks is better, which is still just as bad.
Oh man, this conversation, it's so many layers to this, man.
Yeah,
it is. It is.
And again, that's what we do. That's why we're gonna always have something to talk about. Always have something to talk about. Okay, so again, I'll leave us with this. In all reality, picking a good man or a good woman is like picking good food. Right? I may not like what you like. You may not like what I like. Nor would I eat the same thing you eat because we don't have the same taste buds. And guess what? We may differ on what we think is good for us. Right? You may think fried food is good, and I may say it's not good. And you may have, because again, who knows? But all at the end of the day, what I'm saying to you, whatever you make, whatever you're preparing as a relationship, you're going to have to sit your butt down at that table and eat it. And you're just going to have to just deal with it, whether you like it or not. So you just make sure you better taste, no pun intended, you just need to taste the food, make sure it's what you want, and just make sure it's good for you. Because at the end of the day, when you get through eating it, it's either going to agree or disagree with that stomach, and you're going to find yourself somewhere you don't want to be in a situation. But again, we're going to talk about these women too tomorrow, next week. And then,
you say tomorrow.
I mean, it may be going on for 5 days a week one day. Somebody remember that Arnold Palmer money, then we'll get on here and do some things like
that's
that.
Right.
Yes, sir. Yeah. But all right, y'all, that's what a good, again, y'all just think of questions and begin to think about if that man is, if he fits in these questions on the right side of that thing. And we'll get to it. But y'all up next, women. And Devin, you better not be going on vacation either. Because I got some questions. I got some questions, honey. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're at the best part of the show. Mirror. Take it away, my brother.
Thank you. I wanted to bring it back to the upcoming election. We're 2 weeks away from an historic election. And we hear that word all the time, historic. And they say that on every election. It's the election of a lifetime, and this, that, and the other, and blah, blah, blah. For the first time, I truly believe this election is going to be historic because of all of the implications we have. We have an opportunity to put, by all accounts, a tyrant back in office, or for the first time in our nation's history, to elect an African-American woman. And whatever that means, President Obama, former President Obama, he found himself in hot water last week, and this story really caught my attention. And I I work very hard to try to stay neutral. For those of you that don't know, I'm an opinionated SOB, but I try to stay neutral to politics, believe it or not. And I don't watch news anymore because I try to keep my feelings in check. If something important has happened. But President Obama, he got on the stump, obviously trying to campaign for Kamala Harris, and they had big events here in Atlanta. And he spoke out, and he spoke specifically to African-American men, and he found himself in a lot of hot water because of some comments that he made. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, do yourself a favor and look it up, because I used the word earlier in the show, insidious. There's an insidious implant that's happening in this election in these final 2 weeks that I want Black men in particular to wake up to. Well, on CNN, the liberal pundit Angela Rye, she talked about this, and she spoke out in opposition to what Obama said, because he said that basically he felt Black men weren't coming out in droves to support Kamala the way they did him. And the only reason he could see the difference was the fact that maybe they had a problem voting for her because she was a woman. Because from according to Obama, there's a clear-cut, there is no way to there's a clear-cut difference between these two candidates. If there ever was a clear-cut path between two people, this is it. They're literally on opposite spectrum. So the only thing to him that makes sense is that you're not coming out to support her because she is a woman. And Lord, oh Lord, Black America got up in arms. And I sat in my bed over the weekend and looked at the social media, and Black people, in particular men, was throwing Obama to the curb. They was kicking him down. And so Angela Rye went on in CNN, and she also spoke out against what he said. Sage Steele from CNN had some negative things, and I could keep going. And then Angela Rye turned her attention to white people. She said, you know, they want to get mad at presidential candidates, right, when they don't wear a flag lapel pin, or that they don't see you pledging allegiance to the flag. That's what they want to get upset about. Now, the face of patriotism to them looks trying to tear down the Capitol on a terrorist attack on January 6th. Here's a key comment. The responsibility of saving democracy should be on the largest demographic in this country. That is white men and white women. I don't want to see a woman's march with pussy hats come January if something doesn't go right. What I want to see is for them to march themselves to the poll. And she goes on to really hold white people accountable that they are the ones that need to be called out, and Obama is attacking the wrong populists. Now, I'm not here to debate whether that's right or wrong or not. I'll do that if you want me to in another segment. But I call this segment Mirror, Mirror because going back through this show, what I find with people is they don't often want to hear self-criticism. Jerry Jones doesn't. But it's not just Jerry Jones, people. It's us as well. Let me give some numbers for that ass. According to New York Times Siena College poll released last week, Kamala Harris currently holds 78% of the Black vote, which is down from 2020 when Biden won approximately 90% of that voting bloc. It's also down from 2016 when Hillary Clinton won approximately 92% of the vote. Harris's support amongst Black men has dropped even more significantly. And according to this poll, 70% said they would vote for Harris in November, down from Biden's 85%. Folks, what's happening here? We don't oftentimes like to be told something and be criticized. Many, many years ago, Bill Cosby talked about Black men sagging their pants, and he got beat to death for it. Anytime I find that we speak out against our own, we're taken to a task for it. And folks, sometimes we just don't want to hear the truth. You know, the funny thing about a mirror is we all walk into our bathrooms every single day and look in that mirror, and a funny thing happens. The closer we look on that mirror, examining the zits on our face and picking blackheads and making sure we ain't got no dist on our teeth, but we oftentimes forget what's happening in the background. And so that's why when you look at social media posts, you see them girls with the big spider eyelashes on. Meanwhile, that house is filthy as all get out. You see a guy standing there posing whatnot, and in the background, the mirror is reflecting that son of a bitch is sleeping on the floor. Because the mirror shows you everything, but we only see sometimes what we want to see. Now, I'm not caping for Obama, whether you believe in him or not, but I am going to speak out in the fact that maybe he's speaking some truth that we just don't want to hear. Because I, too, have heard a lot of African-American men come up with a whole lot of shitty-ass reasons as to the reason why they don't want this woman in office.
I agree with
holding
you,
her
man.
accountable for things she had no accountability to. She was an ineffective vice president because that's what they wanted her to be. And she didn't ask to be in this place. She was forced to. And what does it say about her character? That Johnny on the spot, she jumped in and picked the mantle up and ran when she could have said no. And for you brothers out there, I'm talking to you particularly, get over yourselves. A lot of men truly do have a problem voting for a woman, taking orders from a woman, and having the idea that a woman would be president. And the idea that a black woman of all people would ascend to the throne. It's funny how we were on board if Hillary Clinton would have gotten that place, but you have a sister willing to do it. And now you got all kinds of reasons why you don't like her.
Speak, brother. Speak.
I'm just sitting here to tell you, we don't always need to be told that we're loved and liked and we're pretty. Sometimes we need to accept the truth. When I look in the mirror, I'm a fat man. There's no way around that. No color that I put on is going to make me not be fat. Look in the whole damn mirror and ask yourselves, what do you see beyond looking at yourself? Because I guarantee you, folks, in the next 2 weeks, this picture is going to be bigger than any of us are ready to handle if we don't make the right decisions. Mirror, mirror.
Speak, brother. You spoke. Shit, you spoke.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Listen, y'all. I'm in overtime for Kenny. So, Kenny, you want to hit us with our picks, and then we'll get on out here.
I gotta hit y'all with my picks. I gotta give the folks an update. I want to say thank you to Demi J. It is so good to see you back in the chat, love. Thank you. It's good to see you back. We hope you're doing well. My good brother Craig Thomas, CC, always in the mix. Well, thank you for being in there.
Brittany,
too. Yeah. So again, last week I got to give our records from last week. Devin was 2-1. Black was 1-2. Brent was 1-2. And your boy, the Kendrick the Sports Guy, was 2-1. So there we got it. So here are the records up to date. Devin is still in first place. She's 9-3. Black is 8-4, right behind her. Britton and I are right on your ass. We both 7-5.
I'm going 3-0 this week. Watch
so it's going down. It's going down. So we got to get our picks for next Monday. So these are my 3 games. Texans are 5-2 at the Colts, 4-3. We got the Bills 5-2 at the Seahawks, 4-3. Then our last game, we got the Sunday night game. The Cowboys are 3-3 at the Niners, 3-4. And the Niners got a lot of injuries. So again, we're gonna start with the Texans at the Colts. Devin, who you got?
What were those stats again?
The Texans are 5-2. The Colts are 4-3. Whoever wins that game will be in first place in that division, by the way.
I'm going to say Texans again.
You're going to go with the Texans. You know that didn't work for you last week. You know that, right?
It's going to work this week.
All right. We sent y'all to the Gentlemen's Club in H-Town last night, but that's neither here nor there. Black, who you got? Texas at the Colts.
I got to ride with a winner. I'm riding with you, Lady D. Texas.
Right with the winner. Hell, they took an L in goddamn Lambeau. What you talking about?
Something I don't know. I'm riding with her.
All right, there you go. You pandering to that woman that pretty woman over there. There you go. All right, Britton, who you got? Texas at the Colts.
Is the running back out again?
For who?
Coach.
No, I think he is out.
I'm gonna go with the Texans then.
You going with the Texans?
Yeah,
because they've already beat them once, and you know this is a division game.
Yeah,
I'm going with the Texans too, so it's a clean sweep. So I got to go with H-Town on that one. All right, we got the Bills 5-2 at the Seahawks 4-3. Y'all probably don't give a ish about either one of those teams, but it is a that's a pretty decent game. Bills got they got a trade. They picked up a receiver, Amari Cooper, and the Seahawks. Geno Smith is playing some damn good football at the quarterback position. So anyway, Bills 5-2 at the Seahawks 4-3. Devin, who you got?
Bills.
You got the Bills, okay? Because you just think because they got the better record. I got you. All right. All right. You like they costume, their uniforms, right?
Yeah, they look good.
Okay. All right, Black. Who you got? Who you got? Bills at Seahawks.
I'm gonna go with the Seahawks on this one.
You going with the Hawks? Okay. All right, brother Britton, who you got?
Nah, I'm with Craig. I got a dollar bills, y'all. I got to go with the Bills.
You going with the Bills? Brother Britton going with the Bills. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm going with the Seahawks. We're gonna go with them Hawks because
Okay.
I got. So all right,
it's 18 weeks though.
This is the last one. This is a tough one. You better think. Put your thinking cap on. Cowboys 3-3 at the Niners 3-4. Let me say this: Cowboys had a bye. They coming off some rest. A couple of players probably can they getting healthy. Niners got a bunch of injuries right now.
Yeah, they do, but they still got Bosa.
That's a Sunday night game on Sunday. So Devin, who you got? Cowboys at the Niners.
Regardless, I would have gone with the Cowboys on this one.
Okay. Regardless. Okay. Got you, love. All right. Black, who you got?
I'm going with the Niners. What I saw from the Cowboys, something is not right with their body language, and even though they're being roasted, I'm going with the Niners.
You going with the Niners, even with all their injuries?
Even with the injuries, because they're playing in San Francisco too?
Right.
Are they?
Okay.
That's what.
Yeah, it's in San Fran. Yeah, it's in San Fran. Okay, Brenton, who you got?
Just because Brittany and Devin picked them, I'm gonna say the Cowboys.
You go
with the Cowboys.
You go with the boys.
Yeah.
You know what? God dang it, man.
Yeah.
As much as it pains me to say this, and the only reason I'm gonna go with this team is because of the Niners injuries. I think the Cowboys gonna win this damn game.
Yeah, I think they.
I'm going with the boys. I do. I think the Niners got so many damn injuries. Hell, they're gonna be trying to find Joe Montana, goddamn, to see if he can come play again.
I just think they're gonna find a way.
You know. So anyway, so those are our pick 3 for next week. Y'all make sure y'all tune in. Y'all keep up with it. Again, whoever wins at the best record, they're going to get a lunch meal on your boy Kendrick. And then y'all check out my Sunday morning show if you can. This coming Sunday, I'm doing a special something in my freestyle moment because it's going to be something I'm going to be talking about my late mother who liked sports. Y'all check out my sports segment, freestyle moment, next Sunday. Anyway,
got you, brother. Listen, man, and great show, great show, fantastic show. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get some comments on tomorrow about how the show went, one way or the other. So we'll see. And ladies and gentlemen, those that Lee don't normally spray that much Raid, you know what I'm saying? He don't. He normally spraying that douche spray everywhere. So, but anyway, I'm.
Oh, you know what?
I'm teasing. I'm just playing. I love him. I mean it. All right, so listen, y'all. Great show, fantastic always. I hate it when we're not on, but it's okay. When we do, I'm excited. All right, it's final thoughts time. Sister, please, by all means, give me your final thoughts. Thank you so much.
I'm excited to vote. I know not everyone votes in the presidential election, but for anyone this may reach, if you do vote, let's get on out there and early vote. Because I kind of believe it matters, not even if you're going to sway the election, but I feel like I can talk more shit because I voted.
That's a good point.
And second thing, I just want to kind of reiterate on what I said. Y'all, we just don't have to learn to protect our peace at this point of our lives. Because believe it or not, protecting your peace is also protecting your health and your well-being. And just stay a little selfish in that realm. You know what I'm saying? To make sure that you're always good while you're taking care of others. Like they say on the flight, put on your mask before you help others. Just make sure you're good as you're out there helping others, and keep giving to the poor, and F them old punk ass pastors who tell you need the tithe, because it's not like they're going to take those tithes and offerings and give it all to the homeless or the poor, because of like what he said, you're not going to get it back. So they're not going to give it to them either.
And she meant that too. All right. Yeah, thank you. Brother Kenny. Man, listen, you was in and out today, but we got through it. Appreciate it.
Yeah, we got through it. I'm gonna be quick. It's still Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Wear something pink in honor of my late mother, who we lost at the age of 53. Yeah. And then I'm coming up on the anniversary of her death. So y'all keep your boy in prayer. So anyway, y'all wear some pink. Ladies, make sure you get those tatas checked. That's my final thoughts.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And last but definitely not least, Lee Raid Black.
I want to speak to Lady D's subject about peace and acquiring it for yourself. My sister, a couple of months ago, stayed with me for a month after she had a stroke, and we butted heads and all that good stuff, and the love is stronger than ever. But she asked me after she got home, after seeing how I live my life day to day, she said, well, how did you get to the point where you don't give a damn about things and you're able to put that wall up? And I explained to her that it became a matter of survival to be able to protect my peace. So, Lady D, your message resonated with me in so many levels, because right before the show, I was telling the family, you know, friendships, just like relationships, have expiration dates, and they shift and they move. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. Sometimes we simply outgrow people and things. And sometimes the age gap in not just our relationships, but our sibling relationships and relationships, they move to a place where we have to assess what's best for us. And it don't mean anybody else done anything bad or done anything wrong. And it's not selfish to protect your sanity. And as we age and we're supposed to get wiser, you know, we can't do the things we used to do. I need way more sleep now than I ever did. I need my peace of mind. And sometimes that means shutting out anybody and anything that's going to endanger that. So I encourage you, Lady D, and anybody listening, to take assessment of relationships, familiar or not, and protect your sanity at all costs, because at the end of the day, nobody gonna take care of you like you.
Spoken like a true black man. And I mean Lee Black Man. Lee Black Man. Thank you, sir, so much. I appreciate it. Listen, again, I appreciate all of y'all. Quick question. Is there ever a time where diversity, equity, and inclusion should not be applied? Is there any situation you think it probably shouldn't go here?
Family reunions. Whoever cooking the food.
Okay.
Family reunions.
All right. Black Devin, what y'all think? Is there ever a point in time where diversity, equity, and inclusion should not apply?
When it comes to rap music and R&B.
Fair enough. All right. Now you done sparked his thoughts. Free
The kitchen in the bedroom. The kitchen in the bedroom.
All right. The late James Evans Sr.
Okay, well, fantastic. Well, listen, I you know, again, diversity, equity, and inclusion, it is important, but take a look at this. It might change your mind. And I apologize.
You know how I can't see, and a lot of people think that a blind person can't play football. What the fuck is going on?
You know what, bro? You know what? We gonna get canceled. I think we canceled for the. I think we canceled. I think we canceled. Demi, Jay, Craig, CC, it was good to know y'all. I think we just got canceled.
We're gonna be in hell with Keon.
I think we just got canceled.
Oh, they wrong for that.
Yeah, I think we
I didn't do it. They put it on TV.
You did it because you used it. Because I think we just got canceled. All right, if I see y'all in 2024, it's been real. If I don't, you already know why we got canceled. It's because of bread.
I'm saying, listen, man, everybody don't deserve to be in every space, man. Come on, bro. It's not necessary. Okay, it's fine. We understand he tried, but that boy gonna get hurt out there trying to play football, tackling the wrong people. Because
you know what?
Okay,
I'm getting ready to go to bed.
Yes, sir. Okay, I'm sorry. Listen, y'all. Listen, love your family. Treat everybody kind, and just go enjoy some Arnold Palmer this weekend. That's Kenny, that's Black, and that's Devin. We'll see y'all on Monday.
I'm going to bed. I'm going live.